What's going on? This is Julian with the Game Fanatics, and we are back with another video. This time talking about the Brook Vivid controller. Now, if you're familiar with the brand Brook, they do other accessories that allow you to use your various controllers on different platforms. For instance, like if I want to use my PlayStation controller on my Xbox or vice versa. But to my knowledge, from what I can find, this is their first controller that they made themselves. And this is for the Switch, if I didn't mention that already. And I have to say, overall, I'm a fan of what we have here. So personally, I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to using the Joy-Cons for anything that may require shooting or for certain fighting games. This controller is a lot similar as far as shape and kind of hand feel to the Xbox controller, which is my preferred controller. And we can jump right into it. This is more of a pro level controller. You can kind of see all of these additional buttons on the front. We have a couple buttons on the back with a switch, and we'll get into that. I'm a really big fan of the offset thumbsticks. Again, my preferred kind of feel in my hand. So the good thing about this controller, I'll just start off by saying that a lot of the features that you're kind of used to in the original Switch controller or maybe the Switch Pro controller are here. So the home button does wake up the system. It has the 6-axis gyro, what do they call that thing? Yeah, gyro sensors that some games use for aiming. You have your start, select, but then as you dig a little deeper, some of these other buttons do some other cool things. So one thing that I like with a certain press of buttons, you can change the intensity of the vibration. In some cases, a lot of people like to be able to change that if they're playing a more competitive game, so it doesn't really throw them off. And actually getting into that, I'll go straight to these back buttons. So one of these back buttons you can use to set up a macro. And if you don't know, a macro is just like a recording of a certain amount of button presses. And you can do that, I think, for up to 25 button presses for 30 seconds. That would probably be pretty cool in certain games that require combos. And then when you switch the switch over to shoot, what it does is it changes each of these buttons into accuracy. Like, it changes the sensitivity on each of these thumbsticks, so it allows for more accurate aiming. The trigger and the bumper buttons feel really good. We have a good amount of feedback. It doesn't feel too mushy or just only clicky as some Pro controllers have. Let's see what we have here. So we have this turbo button here will probably be really useful in games where you're shooting, not necessarily competitive, but let's say like a Metal Slug or something like that. And that, I believe that also has 3 levels and it kind of dictates how many button presses happen within a certain amount of time. Here you have just some LED lights and nothing too crazy. But what I really enjoy about this controller, and you see this happen sometimes when you have something that just doesn't cost as much. So this controller is $40, and I'll include a link in the description and also in the article that kind of goes a little bit more in depth in some of these features. But this has a USB-C connection versus like a micro USB, which I'm really happy about. And pairing, this controller is very easy. So you go into the settings of the Switch, you go where you add new controllers, and then it just has a Bluetooth, or it has a sync button here. And I kind of skipped over a few things, but those are mainly the things that I wanted to talk about when it comes to the Switch. Now, in the box, it does come with the USB-C charging cable, but it also comes with this this bracket that you can connect to the controller. Since this is a Bluetooth controller, this can be used with your phone. So you can put your phone in here, and if you want to use it for cloud gaming, you have that right there. It also comes with these little thumbstick covers, really cute. I'll put just kind of how they look in the video. But they're cute, but they are functional. They feel pretty good. They have a good grip on them. But yeah, overall, I'm really impressed with what you get for $40 in this controller. Now, the true test will actually be over time. So if anything changes over the time of me using this, I will update the article. But right now, everything feels pretty good. I'm excited to use it more. It's my main controller right now. I don't really use my Switch undocked too much. So I really do like having something like this. I don't have to worry too much about recharging my Joy-Cons. I leave them on there. So fully charged, this has about, I think, 10... let me make sure we're in focus here. There we are. Fully charged, I think this has about 10 to 12 hours, which is really good. The controller itself is light. Again, it feels good in the hand. But as far as the weight of the controller, that could really be up to your preference. But in this case, I do like it. It's portable, like I said, with this bracket here. If you want to kind of bring it around with you to use it on your phone, great. But yeah, there's not much bad I can say about this controller at this point. Like I said, in the future, as I use the controller more, if anything pops up, I'll be sure to let you all know. But actually, you can see kind of the lights on there right now. Let's see if it'll focus. Maybe, there we are. You can change the colors of those lights as well. Not as important to this review right now, but really, really good controller. $40. I think for that price, on average, it's about $20 to $30 cheaper than any other type of controller like this. So definitely check it out. They do have another color. It's more of like a brown, goldish color. Think about what's that, Mr. Nook from Animal Crossing. But yeah, I think this may be the perfect controller to kind of pick up this holiday season for any one of those Switch gamers, or even PC or mobile gamers. So yeah, definitely check this out. This has been the Brook Vivid controller. Again, thank you all for sending this over my way. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos like this to the Game Fanatics, and see you later.